Hey, this is Stacey Hall from staceyhall.com. Are you being told by your upline that you need to do three-way calls if you want to be successful in your network marketing business? Haha, stick around because I'm going to share with you my personal opinion about whether or not you really need three-way calls to be successful. But before I share that with you, I do want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Somewhere around this video, there will be a spot for you to do exactly that, because very regularly I come out with a brand new training designed to help you build your business. If we've never met before, again, my name is Stacey Hall, and my mission is to simplify online marketing and make it fun for entrepreneurs to increase their confidence, influence, and results. If that sounds good to you, you are definitely in the right place. Okay, so your upline is telling you, you gotta do three-way calls, man. You're gonna close more sales if you do three-way calls. But maybe it doesn't feel so great to you. What do I think? All right, hold the phone, because I have a couple of things I really want to share with you that might shed some light to this whole conversation. So first of all, do you need three-way calls? Yes and no. I'm sorry, I know. You're going to want to throw tomatoes at me. Listen, here are the reasons why a three-way call totally makes sense, all right? Three-way calls allow a new person especially to lean on the expertise of their upline. That is very powerful, especially when you're new, right? When you have a lot of questions, when you aren't totally sure of yourself, you don't even really know the lay of the land yet. All you have to do is find people that are open and bring them to your upline. Beautiful, right? So it's very powerful in that regard because you don't have to do the heavy lifting. You can defer to somebody with more expertise to handle all that for you. Awesome, right? But also, it provides very much needed third-party validation to your prospect. Why is that important? Well, because you kind of can't be a prophet in your own land, right? It doesn't matter how awesome you are and how knowledgeable you are. If it's your friend or your family, they're much less likely to believe what you are saying than to believe strangers who seem to have some authority. I know, it's kind of weird, but it's human nature. We always look outside of our situation for people to confirm what we're being told. So the three-way call provides that. It gives them social proof. It shows them that it's not just you who believes in the product, service, or opportunity, but there's a whole world of other people out there outside of you guys that are loving it, getting great results, doing amazingly well, and getting your prospect on a three-way call paints that picture for them, and it can be hugely powerful in closing more sales, okay? So those are the reasons why I believe it is very effective and you should incorporate them. However, you know there's gonna be another side, right? There's some reasons why three-way calls suck hard. And you probably already know what some of those are if you've been in the business for more than 5 minutes. Three-way calls can be very tricky to orchestrate in a number of ways. First of all, try and find somebody to hop on a three-way call with you on a Sunday afternoon, right? Wmaybe it's just me, but I used to have a list of people, 4 or 5 people that I would, sort of go down that list and call if I needed somebody on a three-way call. And there were times, more than once, when I couldn't get anyone. Like, none of them were answering their texts. And listen, it's not their fault. They're busy, they have lives, they have teams. But when you need somebody, right? And so then you go into your team group and you start dropping like comments like, anybody around? Can anybody help me? And it just feels awkward and uncomfortable, and it makes you stressed out as a rep, especially if you're new. Then, if you are fortunate enough to find somebody to pop on a three-way call with you, there's also the issue of the technology. It can be overwhelming for somebody who's brand new and not used to doing conference calls. It's a bit tricky sometimes. Sometimes the technology is glitchy. I hung up on more than my share of people trying to bring the third person into the call. So it can feel awkward, right? There's the technology factor that can push some people off. Also, honestly, it feels a little clunky to the prospect too. Haven't you ever encountered a prospect who felt kind of like they were being pushed into a conversation they didn't really want to have? It raises resistance in a lot of people, doesn't it? It's like all of a sudden, it's not just a friendly little banter between you and me. Now you want me to talk to somebody else that I don't even know. For some prospects, that doesn't feel nice. It feels pushy, okay? Now I know it partially depends on how you present it. And once they get in front of that third person, on a call, it can be very informative and powerful for them, but actually getting them into the call can sometimes feel really awkward and uncomfortable for everyone. Have you experienced that? So that's the main reason why I don't like them, right? And fewer people now actually even speak on the phone. I never talk on the phone. And I find that more and more people are deferring to other ways of communicating. They're texting, they're talking on Facebook, they're using Messenger, they're using other means of communication. They're not talking on the telephone, right? So it's just a little bit antiquated for a lot of people too. And I really believe in speaking with prospects and communicating with prospects in the way that's comfortable for them, whatever makes sense for them. Not what's comfortable for you necessarily. So that whole system really just doesn't feel natural and seamless anymore to me. So those are the reasons why I don't like the three-way call. And so you're thinking, okay, Stace, you gave me reasons why you do, you gave me reasons why you don't. What's the deal? I'm gonna get to that, I promise. The deal is you need all the positives that are brought about by using three-way calls without any of the negatives. How do we do that? Facebook Messenger. I recently started with a new company, and I'm working with the most incredible leadership on planet Earth, just saying. They have managed to create a system that leverages Facebook groups and Facebook Messenger. There's no one-on-ones, there's no two-on-ones, there's no three-way calls. Okay? They close more people. They have more duplication than just about anything I've ever witnessed. And nobody does three-way calls. At least nobody that I've been around me anywhere. Okay? So it's not that they can't, but they don't need to, because the system leveraging Messenger works so well. Why? Because everybody's already on it, right? Most people are already using Messenger. They're already well versed in the technology. They feel totally comfortable with it. And there's no big, huge learning curve for the vast majority of people. Simple, right? That's the biggest reason why Messenger works so well. The second reason, no added fees. You don't have to pay for a long distance plan like you do if you're trying to do three-way calls. A lot of companies charge extra for that. There's fees associated with that. Not on Facebook. If you're already on Facebook and you have Messenger, you're good to go. And it doesn't matter where in the world your prospect is or the person doing the three-way call for you, or the three-way message chat. It's way easier for you to find people because it doesn't matter where they are in the world. You're not bound by an appointment time. You simply start the three-way chat, and when the parties involved are free, they'll get that ding that they've been tagged, and they'll come check it out. You don't have to schedule it. You don't have to try and get everyone organized for 4 p.m. Do you know what I mean? You just throw them in a chat, and they come when they come, right? It's seamless. Third reason I like it. You can share files, sound bites, and pictures with people, right? You're in a three-way chat, so you can type. You can use voice message, which is what I typically do. You can share files, pictures. It's like the whole deal in one Messenger chat, okay? You can't do that on a three-way telephone call. It's more holistic. There's just more things that you can incorporate seamlessly. Fourth thing I love about it is you actually have a permanent log of every single three-way conversation that you've had. You know who said what, you know what their questions were, you know what the responses were. It's like, for the person who's new to the company, who's a new rep, and they see this whole process, they are learning so much by watching what's taking place, and it's permanently logged. They can go back and refer to it anytime they like, as can anyone involved. So if your prospect, for example, got some answers to their questions, and they wanted to go back after and refresh their memory, maybe share it with a spouse, for example, they have that information there. They don't have to try and remember the details, more likely forget the details, because it's all there for them. It's very powerful. Fifth thing to consider about Messenger chats that you can't do with three-way calls is you can actually add as many people as you want to the three-way Messenger chat. We call it a three-way because that's sort of the typical scenario. But you can actually have a 5-way or a 6-way or as many people involved in that conversation as you want. So say, for example, you have a prospect who's like a single mom. Let's just say, for example, and she wants to talk to other single moms who are making the business work for them. Maybe you bring in several who can all share their experiences and exchange with that prospect and build the relationship and give them a sense of what the company culture is like. It's hugely powerful. Number 6, it's very duplicatable. This is very duplicatable. How easy is it to show your reps how to do this? There's no like scheduling and learning the technology and trying to figure out how to bring it up to your prospect. This is all so simple. You're just like, hey, let's just all get into a messenger chat together, and I've got somebody awesome who can answer a couple questions. There's no resistance, there's no pressure, it all feels comfortable. Are you starting to see the vision about why this is working so well? You have all of the benefits of the 3-way call without any of the hassles. It's awesome, right? It's so awesome. And lastly, you can actually have multiple chats going on with multiple prospects and reps at the same time. You can go back and forth, right? Because it's all there in front of you. Each chat is its own little world, and you can go from one to the other. You don't have to schedule different times with each one. As a leader, this saves you so much time. Oh my gosh, if your head's not exploding right now, I don't know what it would take, but seriously. So when your upline tells you you need to do 3-way calls, you can say, I agree with you. Let's just do them on Facebook Messenger. It'll be so much easier, okay? I hope that brought you value. I hope that this is going to seriously help you in building your business. It revolutionized mine, for real. In terms of my ability to close people and get those answers more quickly, it's priceless. So tag and share this with anybody you think can benefit. My gosh, your whole team, seriously. It's been so fun hanging out with you on this episode. I really did enjoy it. Before I let you go, question of the week. Are you using 3-way calls right now? How are they working for you? I'd love to hear your experiences. Share it in the comments below so we can keep the conversation going. If you're not currently hanging out on my blog, make sure you head on over to stacyhall.com. There's a ton of free training already over there for you. And while you're there, make sure that you download my Prospect Attraction Blueprint. It's going to help you learn to attract your perfect prospects to you simply and effectively using social media so you can stop chasing. How does that sound? Good, right? Okay, my friends, take care. I can't wait to see you on the next episode. In the meantime, go and make your mark. Love ya. Bye for now.